Johnny, this is a spectacle of the opportunity to go play at Madison Square Garden, but this game is also turned into a very, very important one. How are you going to manage, the excitement of playing at MSG versus the importance of winning a hockey game?
That's exactly right. I think the importance of winning a hockey game comes first and foremost, even though we are going to New York City, going to Madison Square Gardens, playing Boston College, all the storylines that you want in a game. The most important thing it boils down to is the game and the result of the game and how you prepare for it. So, again, there's a lot of outside hype. There's a lot of talk, and it's been there for a long time. It's great for college hockey. It's a showcase game, but for us, it's drilling down to making it business, and it's a workmanlike attitude, knowing that you're there one game. It's not two games, and pouring everything into that one game. So obviously there'll be outside distractions and stuff going on. We got to make sure that we're focused on what we have to do, and that starts with our team right away this week.
Kind of the exact opposite of that. How special is it for you and for your team to be playing in one of the most famous arenas in the country?
Well, again, that's part of what we try to do here for our student athletes is have the college experience and have those things that you can remember for the rest of your life. This being one of them. We like to travel out east, play non-traditional teams as far as not NCHC or we want to play teams out of conference, and part of that is going east, and our guys. They like doing that. So again, going out there is very special, and it's great in the fact that we try to do that every couple of years to go to at least a city or a venue that they can get that experience from. But again, it's when we're going out there, it's about the work and making sure that we prepare for it.
At times this year, the team obviously hasn't played as well as you probably have liked, but other times played very well. Where's the confidence level of this team so far?
I think we remain confident for sure. As far as you can tell in practice, the compete level is high in practice. The execution is there. The biggest thing for our group is to remain confident in the things that we do here on a group. I mean, we're a group that's continually growing as a group and learning from what we're doing, and we got to make sure that we remember that, obviously frustration can't come into it. And again, we got to make sure that, we all prepare and come with a great attitude to make sure we build and continue to build as a group.
What are some things that you saw from the Michigan State series that you'd maybe like to see cleaned up coming into the BC game?
Well, I think, we first and foremost, every time that, you give up a goal, you want to look and why we gave up a goal, and I thought a couple of times we gave up critical shots from key areas in games, and that's from maybe turning away from pucks a little bit or not having loose coverage in a certain area. But from a defensive end, I think we've been doing a pretty good job of limiting chances or limiting shots, other than a couple this past weekend. The biggest thing for us is kind of the offensive side of it is, when you do have opportunities to score, staying around those areas, getting shots to the net and staying around those areas and trying to finish off plays. Teams defend very well these days. We got to make a mindset of having sustainability in the offensive zone and playing a little bit more in the offensive zone.
What have you seen so far from BC?
Fast team. They're a typical Boston College team. They play fast. They have good sticks. They have an offensive mentality. The pace of play, they play with great pace, and we watch some games, and it's a typical Boston College team that play hard and play fast, and again, we'll have to make sure that we have to do the same thing.
Are you guys getting close maybe to a playoff mode mentality? It's getting to the second half of the season. Are you guys pretty close to that, or?
Yeah, I think that's our daily approach, or our weekly approach every weekend is the games that we have to put in the bank and win and set yourself up not only pairwise but your league. I mean, we talk about it all the time about how crucial each weekend is, but you're right. I mean, this is a time of year now. We have 3 games left before the break. We want to try to make sure that we drill down, and this is the one game. We play one game this weekend. That's it. That's our focus, and then we'll deal with the next 2. So again, yeah, it is a playoff mentality, but we deal with that each and every weekend as far as the way we step into games.
What can you tell us about the health of Brock? Is he going to make the trip out to New York?
Yeah, everybody is making the trip out. It's a non-conference game. We will take our whole group out there. That's part of the experience our whole group gets, and from there we'll make a decision as the week goes on.
Cam has played 45 games in a row. Have you ever considered starting someone else?
Yeah, absolutely. Given about trying to get somebody else in there, but at the same time too, when you have a goaltender coming off of 2 shutouts, back-to-back shutouts in an environment that normally you don't have a lot of success, number one, but yet winning 2 games, that vies for a chance to keep playing games. He's playing well. Where we're at right now, it's not because of Cam. Cam's done a great job, and again, I think he's proved that on a national championship run, and he's proven it again this year.
Is this growing growing pains? This rough stretch, the up and down play, the great one weekend, and then maybe some mistakes the next weekend. Is it growing pains that you would attribute it to?
Well, I think growing pains is a little bit, but I think the biggest thing is learning is one thing, but learning and trying to get better from it, and I think our group is doing that. I look at last year, and last year is last year, but last year there were a lot of things came pretty easy because the guys went through those growing pains 3 years ago. I don't know if you look at our record 3 years ago, but we went through a lot of growing pains and some learning curve with some of those guys. And again, I think we're going through a little bit of that right now, but the very important thing is how you react off of it and making sure that you grow as a team and you don't just stay complacent. You grow as a team going forward.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Finish up.
Captain.